Hello and welcome to another video of Basic English Conversation. So before we start, I really want to say that I'm really proud of you that instead of wasting your time scrolling aimlessly on social media, you're judiciously using your time to study something new. So very good. Okay. So today's topic is questions about our daily routine and free time activities that we do. So let's start. So if someone asks you, when do you usually get up in the morning? So you can say, I generally get up at 7 a.m. every day. Or you have to say 7 in the morning. But don't say I get up at 7 a.m. in the morning. Both means the same. So use any one, a.m. or in the morning. So usually का एक synonym है generally. So did you see I did not use the same word but I used a synonym. Next question. Do you usually follow the same routine every day? Now, if you follow the same routine, you can say this answer. But if you don't follow the same routine, then you can say, I like spontaneity in my life and I don't like to plan. Okay. But I'm a person who likes to follow the same routine. So let's look at the answer. Yes, of course. Because when I follow a set routine, it helps me enhances, improve my self-discipline. It prevents unpredictability because if you don't have a routine, you will not know what you will do at 2 o'clock or what you will do at 3 o'clock. So an unpredictability will be there. But if I follow the same routine, my routine is predictable. So you're saying it prevents unpredictability and gives me a sense of control throughout the day. I will not feel helpless. I will have a sense of control. That is why I like to follow the same routine every day. So this is just a sample answer. It's not like you have to follow this, but I'm just giving you ideas of what to say if someone asks you this question. The next one, do you ever change your routine? So you will say, I normally try not to bring changes to my routine. But sometimes if life becomes too predictable, because there is no unpredictability at all, so life can become mundane. Mundane is boring, the same old thing. There is nothing interesting in my life. So then I like to do something out of the blue. Now, out of the blue is an idiom. So the meaning of the idiom out of the blue means unexpectedly or without any warning. So you can say that, yes, sometimes if life gets too mundane, or you can use another word, monotonous. So monotonous also means same. Yes. So you can say that sometimes if life becomes monotonous and too predictable, I like to do something out of the blue. Okay, clear until now? Let's go to the next question. Is your routine the same today as it was when you were a child? So the meaning of this question is during childhood and now, do you have the same routine or has it changed? So my answer is definitely not. So it is not the same. During my childhood, I had an erratic schedule. Erratic means inconsistent. Inconsistent means something that was unpredictable. And I liked unpredictability in my daily life. That is, I'm talking about my childhood. Now I'm saying how my life is now. But now I prefer to have a set routine as it prevents me from being overwhelmed or anxious. Overwhelmed means full of emotions. तो you're saying अभी मैं रूटीन फॉलो करती हूँ क्योंकि अगर वो नहीं है तो मुझे थोड़ा एंजाइटी होता है. So during my childhood, I had a very erratic schedule, but now I like predictability and therefore I like a set routine. Otherwise, it will make me anxious. The next question, do you think it is important to have a daily routine? So you can either say without a doubt, matlab हाँ बिल्कुल, or you can say definitely or absolutely. So any one of these words to show that to a large extent you feel this. Because a well set routine can reduce uncertainty, which in turn saves time and helps give us stability in life. So if you see, most of the questions are similar, but I have not repeated the same words. Here I have used erratic schedule, unpredictability. Instead of using the same word unpredictability, I have used uncertainty now. So your aim is to show the person that you know a lot of synonyms of the same word, and you are proving why it is important to have a routine, because it saves time and also brings stability in life. Okay, now let's move to the next question. Why do some people dislike following a routine? So this is not about you, but you have to say why other people dislike following a routine. Some people refrain. So the meaning of the word refrain means avoid or restrict themselves from following a set schedule. So instead of routine, I have used the word schedule because they feel restricted in a rigid structure. So they feel that they don't have the freedom, they feel restricted in a rigid structure and prefer spontaneity and taking impromptu decisions. So impromptu means बिना कुछ सोचे समझे एकदम ऐसे. So many travelers go on an impromptu trip. मतलब कोई planning नहीं, ऐसे ही suddenly, all of a sudden. So that is what. So these people prefer spontaneity and like taking impromptu decisions as they believe that it keeps the excitement alive and life does not get mundane. So I'm teaching you good vocabulary so that even if sometimes you don't use it, but if someone uses impromptu, you will know, impromptu means all of a sudden without planning. Okay, so let's go to the next one. What habit in your daily routine would you like to change or improve? So any habit that you want to change. So you can see, lately I have been spending a lot of time online and end up mindlessly scrolling on social media. So I think this answer is for a lot of us, isn't it? I detest this behavior. Detest means hate. So I detest this behavior because I lose track of time and end up wasting valuable time that I could have judiciously used for some productive work. So this is one habit that I would like to change because mindlessly I spend my time mindlessly scrolling on social media and I lose track of time and end up wasting a lot of valuable time which I could have used for something productive. So the meaning of the word judiciously means with a good sense or like carefully. Okay, now imagine someone asks you, what is your daily routine like? So you can say, I get up at 7 in the morning and I go. Now this will change according to if you are a student in going to school or going to college, or if you are a working professional. So you can say, and I go for work at 9. So you don't have to say I brush my teeth, I go to the washroom, I take a bath. All that is not necessary. Okay. So I get up at 7 in the morning and I go to maybe school at 9. Then I return home at 4. So don't say return back because return itself means you're coming back. After that, I like to relax for a while by reading books or watching television. And after that, I like to meet my friends. Or if not, so don't say I like to hang out. Okay? Hang out means bahar sukhana. So it's a very informal word. So you can say I like to meet my friends or spend quality time with my friends. If I'm not spending my time with my friends, I spend quality time with my family until my bedtime, which is at 10 p.m. or I go to sleep at 10. Okay, this is just a sample answer. You can write whatever is your daily routine like. Okay, let's move to the next one. Do you prefer to spend your evening with friends or family? Okay, so I have chosen family. It's up to you. I live in a close knit family. So close knit family means where the family members are very close. See, knitting is something that we do of wool, है ना? और वहां पे जब हम स्वेटर knit करते हैं, the spaces are very close to each other. So it's like that. If your family members are very close to each other, then you can say I live in a close knit family. And since I spend majority of my time in college with my friends, I like to spend quality time with my family as they love me unconditionally. So बिना कुछ condition के मेरे family members मुझे प्यार करते हैं. And spending time with them fosters a sense of belonging. So meaning of the word foster means promotes. So when you're part of a family, you feel a sense of belonging. Okay? You belong somewhere. So it promotes a sense of belonging. That is why I like to spend my time with my family. The next question is, how much free time do you have per week? So you can say, since I work, or if you're going to school, since I go to school during the weekdays, I manage to get only around 1 hour per day, or around an hour you can write. An hour itself means 1 hour. So get around only an hour per day. However, as I am relatively free during the weekends, I get ample time. Ample means a lot of time, which is around 4 to 5 hours for various leisure time activities. Leisure time means free time activities. So that is why you're saying that your free time depends on whether it is weekdays or weekends. Okay. The next question, what do you often do in the evening? So in the evening, I prefer to visit a public garden or sit in the midst of nature. Midst is among nature. Sometimes I like to do yoga or I like to take a stroll in the garden. Stroll means a walk. As it relieves me of any stress that I have. So yoga helps me to relieve stress, or I like to take a stroll in the garden, which helps me to relieve my stress. Well, I like to visit the public garden along with my family and I sit in the midst of nature. I enjoy the chirping of the birds and I believe that it helps me relax after a stressful day at school or work. So next we are coming to free time activities or leisure time activities or hobbies. So what are your free time activities? My leisure time activities that I prefer to do indoors are reading books, playing chess with my grandfather, and surfing the internet. On the other hand, my favorite outdoor activities are playing cricket, football, or coco with my friends. Okay. So many a times what happens, the common mistake that students make when they say this answer is my leisure time activity is करके और तीन चार बोलते हैं, तो is करके हम तीन चार नहीं बोल सकते. So you have to say activities are and you have to say 3 4. See, because in the question they have asked activities, so it has to be plural. Okay. The next question. What are some of the leisure time activities of youngsters in your country? Nowadays, due to the addiction to social media, youngsters prefer to stay indoors and leading a sedentary lifestyle. Sedentary lifestyle means where there is no movement. They're just sitting at one place and have become couch potatoes. So couch potatoes is a phrase which means टीवी देखते हैं और बस खाते जाते हैं और आलू जैसे बन जाते हैं काउच में बैठ के. So this is a phrase that you can say that youngsters now, because they're so addicted to social media or playing video games, that they like to play indoors and lead a sedentary lifestyle. Okay. Which is that one hobby that youngsters ought to do according to you? Ought means they have to. It's a must. So the answer is The one hobby that I strongly advocate is like support, is reading, because I am an avid reader, and that is why I will definitely say reading, because it helps us gain knowledge. I have given a lot of points. You can just write what speak whichever you remember, okay? Because it helps us gain knowledge, improves our memory, helps our creative thinking, our imagination, our communication skills, and helps us broaden our horizon, means helps us gain knowledge, that is broaden our horizon, ज़्यादा information हमें पता चलता है. Also, research has proved that reading books increases empathy. So what is the difference between sympathy and empathy? Sympathy means अगर किसी को कुछ हुआ है तो मुझे ओ बेचारा क्या हो गया, that is giving sympathy to someone. Empathy means you are putting yourself into that person's situation and trying to understand कि उसके ऊपर क्या बीत रही होगी. Oh, if I was in his situation, what would I do? It would be such a difficult situation. So that is being empathetic. So by reading books, it increases empathy and reduces depression among people because they don't feel lonely anymore. Moreover, it helps to reduce screen time. Therefore, I believe it is imperative. Imperative is important. I have used this word many a times in my videos, that youngsters read meaningful books, means good books, so that it can help you in all of these aspects. Let's go to the next question. What would you do if you had more free time? So if I had more free time, I would definitely prioritize. Prioritize means give importance to my health and enroll for either yoga classes or dance classes. Also, I have always had a penchant. Penchant means a liking or an interest to learn pottery. So I would join some art class to learn the traditional art forms of India. So this is what I would do if I had more time. The last question. Do you think it is important to spend some time alone? You can say, yes, I absolutely agree that a person should spend some time alone, especially to introspect about their lives. So what is the meaning of the word introspect? Introspect is examine one's own thoughts and ideas. अकेले बैठ के अपने own thoughts को समझना. So I would people should spend more time alone, especially to introspect about their lives, to clear their thoughts. They should also learn to enjoy their time in solitude. Solitude is being alone, so that they feel connected to themselves. So many a times we don't spend time with ourselves, and therefore we don't really feel connected to ourselves, and most of the time we feel lonely. So if we introspect about our lives and enjoy the solitude, then we can feel connected to ourselves and feel less lonely. So that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you got to learn a lot of new things. And if you haven't subscribed, please do it right now. Thank you so much and God bless.